During my first years into IB, I've now completed one activity and the CAS Challenge Week to Nepal, and soon finish the other two, while having the remaining ones ongoing for next year. Where the activities which include Happy Seeds program, being the house vice captain, managing the school cafe, football, yoga, and being the leader of the athletic club. All these activities allow me to improve my social communicating skills, leadership skills, and collaborative skills, but more importantly, realizing my strengths and weaknesses. For creativity, I joined and have finished participating in the Hong Kong YMCA Happy Seeds program, which is a program that attempts to improve and correct kids' behavior in their daily life with different activities done. The main four themes that this program focuses on are honesty, respect, care, and responsibility. I'm the leader of the Happy Seed program, where we communicating with children and teach them different games and also bringing them happiness. This experience occurred once in 2 weeks. Each time lasts for approximately 2 hours. I strengthened my collaborative skills and also became more responsible by talking more to the children and learn how to communicate with our coordinator while also doing a bunch of planning beforehand in order to smoothen all the activities done and able to reflect on myself every time after. For service, I have become the house captain for this academic year, responsible for coordinating the whole house, getting people into practices, and attempt to win the house competition. It had been challenging to motivate our house members as a lot of them do not have the well-being, the will to win house competitions for the house. They simply do not care too much of their identity in the house and therefore never tried hard enough. But as the house captain, we corrected their way of treating house events and pushed them hard in order to compete in these events. So there were successful times when we won dodgeball competitions in some grades and also the frisbee competition and the Christmas house shout performance as well, which worth a lot of points. Though we may not win at last this year, I still managed to learn from it. Collaborative skills, leadership skills are essentials that I need for my lifetime, and I feel like I've grown up and be maturer and manage people in a better manner. It is important to notice that teamwork is crucial as we are all good at different areas, so we can complement and make up for others' deficiency. Motivating skills was valuable experience too, as now I understand the difficulty in managing a large group of people. Another service that's ongoing but ending in around a month is the role of the manager in school's cafe. As a cafe manager, we take full responsibility in running it, trying to maximize the profit levels, and serving the teachers and students at our best. As a human resources manager of this cafe, I'm responsible for all human relations and issues such as monitoring their attendance, setting up duty lists for special occasions, and planning rewards for staffs. But I'll also take part in going on duty every week. Overall, it's been a successful year as we made different changes in our operation, such as changing the ordering system into a more organized and electronic way, and providing new menus and food to our customers, which satisfied them throughout the year. During the service as a cafe manager, I've truly identified my strength of communicating with others and lead the team well, but I also developed my areas of being committed and handling deadlines on time to make sure the cafe can run normally. I've also committed myself in this job and I've never been an absentee for duties, which is a big improvement. But undoubtedly, the CAS trip had been the highlights. I was one of the 4 students who was chosen to be the leader of hosting Haunted House. Overall, I felt that this activity was a success at last. Still remember the faces of confusion from my teammates at the beginning when planning this event. People didn't know what to do and how they should help. Which I should be responsible for it, because as leader, tasks and work should be organized and showed to them clearly. People were also demotivated and really not really involved, as they didn't sense the urgency of the event and how much everyone had to actually help out, as there were actually a lot of things they need to do to make the haunted house scary and worth going in order to attract sales and make profits. But as time goes by, things were getting more and more intense and decoration was in need. So during the last week, everyone were very clear of what to do, and we all cooperated really well to stay after school and help out for decoration. From the night, I realized that haunted house event was really nice, as people in general were frightened by our unexpected scares, and there were extra sales of tickets, as some of them went in twice to experience it again. This activity allows me to develop my communication skills and work collaboratively. I also understand the importance of time management, which was one of my weaknesses before this event happened. And on the 9th of December to the 17th of December 2017, we went to our Nepal CAS trip. For these few days, we spent most of the time on track and also visiting different local schools, healthcare and orphanage. Spent time playing some games and chat with them. We aim to understand their local culture and the situation in Nepal for the kids and orphans that we met, and hope to raise awareness of Hong Kong people in order to show help for them. We also provided small amount of medical supplies, clothes, sports supplies, etc. for places we visited, and try to provide a wider variety of activities they could do and build up different skills. It has been a process that me and my team felt difficult, as going uphill, climbing from altitude of 500 meters to 1,000 and 1,000 straight up to just 2,500, and lastly up to 3,000 meters was a massive challenge. But also because of this challenge, there's new skills that I learned. Firstly, the communication within the team, as we have different age groups, different fitness level in our team, so it is important to communicate throughout the whole trek, so that the pace, the amount of time needed for rest, is sufficient for every single one of the member. We would not want to leave anyone behind, so keeping every single one of us into a physically well shape is key for the communication. And fitter trekkers like myself should learn to slow down and work and trek as a team, as there are consequences and ethics consideration in every step we take in the trek, as danger is just a step away from us for the whole journey. At different checkpoints in our trek, we arrived at different schools and healthcare centers, which is where we achieved our social objectives of this trip. As I was in charge of being the MC in different locations, and also the Frisbee activity, I learned how to initiate and prepare for a CAS experience, and be prepared for any sudden changes to our plans, as there was one school that has more students than we expected, so we couldn't do some of our activities and make immediate plan changes by doing other sports and get more people involved. I also learned how to act as a team worker and understand the importance and efficiency to work collaboratively, as we split tasks among the whole team to minimize the workload, and each one of our team can be responsible for certain areas and help out, which cannot be done individually. Lastly, I also recognized issues around Nepal, how disease and poverty might affect them for the whole life, and I feel like I tried my best to help out as much as I can in this Nepal trip.